2 weeks after Renee Matthews vanished, police received a chilling letter. Inside, a single photo. Renee, bruised, tied to a chair, eyes swollen shut, and a message scrawled in red ink. She's not dead. Not yet. There were no fingerprints, no return address, just a postmark from out of state. The case just crossed a terrifying new line. Renee was still alive. Elijah Monroe was more than a preacher. He was a mid-level drug trafficker, using his small-town church as a front for a multi-state narcotics ring. Renee, a choir singer and schoolteacher, discovered his secret through suspicious transactions buried in the church's finances. She texted a friend, "If something happens to me, check my laptop. Elijah isn't who he says he is." 2 days later, she disappeared. Police found her blood inside a hidden church chamber, but no body. The photo in the envelope proved one thing. This wasn't a recovery mission anymore. It was a rescue. Police analyzed the background. Concrete walls, blue tarp, rusted pipes, a torn piece of the church's logo. Conclusion? Renee had been held under the church, possibly moved. But moved by who? Elijah had been behind bars the whole time. Elijah's former lover had already warned detectives. Renee wasn't the first, just the first to get close. Police reopened 2 cold cases. Naomi Ellis, vanished in 2019. Crystal Lane, disappeared in 2021. Both were choir members. Both had access to church finances. Both vanished days after raising red flags. The common denominator? The church. A final blueprint search revealed something horrifying. Beneath the church's pulpit, hidden in a forgotten crawlspace, a tunnel 80 feet long leading to an abandoned storm shelter inside, an empty metal chair, broken chains, Renee's shoe, but the creepiest discovery? A single muddy footprint. Too big to be Renee's. Too tall to be Elijah's. Surveillance footage from 4 months ago revealed another figure using the church van at night. A man with a limp, wearing a deacon's badge. Name, Michael Graves. Elijah's closest friend. Now missing. He quit his job, sold his house, disappeared. The 2 men had likely been running the drug and abduction operation together. Michael's family farm had long been abandoned, but a raid revealed a soundproofed cellar, chains bolted to the walls, sedatives in a rusted mini-fridge, a blood-stained piece of sheet music. On the back, scrawled in shaky handwriting, "Please don't let him take me again." Fingerprints? Renee's. Time of writing? 72 hours ago. She had been there, recently. Back in custody, Elijah asked to speak. He offered a deal. Immunity, in exchange for a name. "You're chasing ghosts," he said. "The real one? He's called Judah. And he moves girls across state lines." Police refused the deal. But Elijah gave them something else. A map. Marked with an X on the Georgia-Florida border. "You'll find her in the roots." At 3 a.m., SWAT teams stormed an old citrus plant near Valdosta, Georgia. Hidden beneath the floorboards, inside a steel shipping container. And 4 chains, human hair, and in the corner, a woman, barely breathing. She looked like Renee. Same build. Same bruises. But when she whispered, "Who's Renee?" "I'm Crystal." Police froze. It was Crystal Lane. Missing for 2 years. Renee wasn't there. But the implication? She had been. And Crystal was the proof that this was bigger than Elijah or Graves. Someone was collecting them. Inside the container, police recovered a motion-triggered camera. The last video? Timestamp, 2 days ago. It showed Renee, still alive, being dragged out of frame by a tall man, face fully visible. But it wasn't Elijah. And it wasn't Michael Graves. It was someone else. Someone they didn't recognize. The footage was sent to facial recognition databases. No match. The grainy security footage recovered from the citrus plant showed a man dragging Renee Matthews out of the shipping container. Tall. Heavy-set. Gloves. A full beard. Clear view of his face. And yet, no match in any law enforcement database. No criminal record. No fingerprints. No ID. To police, he was a ghost. And Renee? Gone again. By now, the pieces were horrifyingly clear. Naomi Ellis, missing, 2019 Crystal Lane, missing, 2021, found alive Renee Matthews, vanished, 2023, still missing all three. Sang in the church choir, handled church finances, discovered Pastor Elijah Monroe's drug ledger, each one. Silenced. Moved. Hidden. But Crystal had confirmed one thing. There's more. More women. More places. He doesn't kill them right away. He breaks them first. The name Elijah gave police, Judah, was no alias they could trace. No digital footprint. No history. Just whispers from Crystal. He called himself Judah. Said he only served one master. Said Elijah was a coward. Detectives began to suspect. Elijah wasn't the mastermind. He was just the front man. The real leader. Still out there. Crystal's blood-stained sheet music, recovered from the farm, held a line circled in red ink. Musical notes, wade in the water, God's gonna trouble the water. Musical notes. At first, detectives thought it was random. But a retired officer recognized the phrase. It had been used in a cold case from Mississippi, nearly 20 years ago. A missing girl. Same age. Same church background. Same pattern. That case? Never solved. The link? The song. Digging deeper into church records and phone logs, police discovered something chilling. A network of affiliated churches across Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, and Florida. Same names. Same pastors. Same coded ledger entries labeled grace deliveries and sanctuary drops. Each location was tied to a woman who had gone missing over the last decade. And one name kept popping up in visitor logs and financial slips. Judah. But still, no last name. Acting on a tip from Crystal, police raided a remote trailer hidden in a pine forest 2 hours outside Mobile. Inside? A wall covered in Polaroids. Women. Dozens of them. Each one dated, numbered, categorized. One photo stood out. Renee. Fresh bruises. Lip split. Still alive. And next to her photo, something even darker. A date. April 12th. 7 days from now. Written beneath it. Judgment. The FBI officially joined the case. They launched a 7-day manhunt, racing to uncover who Judah was and where he might be holding Renee. Profiler notes described him as narcissistic, religious delusions, ritualistic behavior, likely filming or recording victims for a specific audience. This wasn't just murder. It was performance. And Renee was the finale. With pressure mounting, Elijah requested another interview. Smiling calm, he said, "You'll never find him. He's been doing this longer than I've been preaching." He slid a note across the table. Wade in the water. Tune to C minor. It wasn't a song. It was a code. Agents decrypted it as coordinates. To where? The coordinates led to an abandoned religious asylum deep in the swamps of northern Florida. Long closed. Condemned. Rumored to be haunted. But inside, police found chains bolted to the chapel pews. Recording equipment, a trapdoor covered in red cloth. Beneath it, a staircase leading underground. And at the bottom, a metal door. From the other side, they heard something faint. Knocking. 3 slow taps. Then silence. SWAT breached the door at 3:14 a.m. The room was pitch black. On the far wall, a message in red paint. One shall rise. One shall burn. In the center of the room, a single chair. Empty. But on the floor beside it a necklace. Renee's. And scrawled on the wall above it. Too late. Then a sound from deeper in the tunnel. A scream. To be continued in episode 3. Like and subscribe.